Hello and welcome to Two Car Pros. Today we are going to be taking a look at how to replace the reversing light and tail light brake light on a 2008 Dodge Caravan. Let's go ahead and jump in. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is lift the tailgate or lift gate in the back, and we discover two Torx screws, and they are a size T30. You can either use a Allen style Torx or a socket Torx bit like I have, or a nut driver style Torx bit. Whatever your Torx solution is, we need to remove these two Torx screws. There we go. Now we can remove the rear tail light lens. There we go. Pulling it straight out works great. So there's two ways you can do this. You can unplug these completely and take this off and work on a bench, or you can just remove the assembly now while it's plugged in. But I'm going to remove the whole thing so we can work on it at a bench. It's a little bit easier to film that way, so I'm going to do it that way. So I'm going to remove both the tail light and the backup light. Okay, so whether or not you're replacing both of these or just one, kind of something beautifully simplistic, is you just turn this to the left. This is the brake light and this is the backup light, and they look like the same bulb. So we're going to be using a Sylvania Long Life 3157, and if you're wondering, why this isn't yellow and this is red, it's because the reflectors inside are not yellow, white, because the reflectors inside are actually what dictate its coloring. So these just pull straight out. We can even double check. Yeah, it's the same bulb. So that's pretty cool. That is beautifully simple, and I totally dig it. So this video can cover both of those. How exciting is that? So when dealing with any kind of light bulbs, especially these when you have to touch them directly, make sure you are wearing gloves so you don't get any oil on the glass surface. So like I showed you before, you just push these straight in until you hear a nice gratifying snapping sound. Not snapping, it's more like a click. We can do that for the reversing light as well. And then to replace them, you just push them in and turn them to the right like how we found them. Just like that. This is ready to go back in the car. Okay, so now we can plug in our tail light housing here. Those plug straight on, and then you need to replace the red safety there. The red safety's down back in here, so these can't come undone. Do the same thing for the reversing light, just like that. And then we can put these two prongs, you see these two prongs here? Those go in these accompanying holes, and they just push straight back in. They're like little rubber mounts. I'll line up the prongs into the holes and then just push straight back, and we should be ready to put the Torx bolts back in. Okay, and now we can replace the two Torx bolts. I've already threaded them in here, and we can tighten them up. Okay, so the next thing we can check is to make sure that the bulbs work. We can go ahead and hit the brakes. That works. And we can also turn on the lights to make sure those work in conjunction with the brake light. We can also put the vehicle in reverse to make sure the backing up light works, which it does. Now that's how you replace the tail light, brake light, and reversing light for your 2008 Dodge Caravan. If you have any questions, please leave them down below in the comments. All applicable links are down below in the description. You've been wonderful. I've been Ryan from Two Car Pros. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.